So after showing this impulsiveness, the price of Bitcoin is again showing this retracement. Why is the price of Bitcoin getting rejection around that area again and again? And also, what must happen for this trend continuation to play out? I am going to talk about all this scenario in today's video, so please watch it till the end. And for those individual who has not destroyed that like button, who has still not subscribed to the channel, then please guys do it right now. So starting this year in a smaller time frame, as we are aware, yesterday we found out according to this inverse head and shoulder, the price of Bitcoin is slowly heading towards the target area, which was around 21,500, 21,600 range. But you can see after getting approach around this 21,200 area, the price of Bitcoin started showing this reversal. So for us right now, if this is going to be a fail inverse head and shoulder, since the price of Bitcoin has retraced below the neckline area and also support from this rising trend line, because we found out this rising trend line in the past price action, right, has acted as a strong line of resistance. But when we were consolidating, the same line was acting as a support. But right now, since the price of Bitcoin is below the neckline, also below the rising trend line support line, is this going to be a trend continuation here to the downside? And this here was a fake out. I am going to show you one very interesting scenario here. For us right now, guys, what we don't want the price of Bitcoin to do is to lose the support from this 0.618 to 0.5 Fibonacci line, which is between 20,200 to 20,400 range. So for us, between this range is where we have to find support in the medium short term, right, between this range. And also the price of Bitcoin to show some consolidation, because as long as we are going to remain around that area, there is a very high probability that price of Bitcoin could still show this impulsiveness before choosing a trend direction. The reason why I'm actually saying you this is because if you look at this price structure here, you can see yesterday we talked about this bearish pennant, and according to this bearish pennant, I made it very clear. As long as the price of Bitcoin is going to remain below this 21,500, the 21,500, 21,600, it's not just only the target from this inverse head and shoulder, but also, guys, also the lower or the bottom area from this CPR indicator. Let me show you the monthly CPI, because the weekly, daily CPI is not important for us at this current stage. So if you look at this price action by simply using this monthly pivot line, the bottom CPI line is also exactly lining around 21,500 area. So that's why this upper line area and also this bottom line area is one of the strongest line of resistance around 21,500, 21,600, and also the line where we could be getting gravitated here in the immediate short term. So that's why what we want the price of Bitcoin to do is to hold the support around this 20,300, 20,400 range and slowly again show some consolidation and price trying to reach the target from this inverse head and shoulder one more time. And not just only this, guys, the reason why I'm actually pinpointing the volatility might be entering, even though the price of Bitcoin right now is showing this weakness, you can see, guys, according to this Bollinger Band right now, what we are witnessing is also the squeeze, Bollinger Band squeeze. Yesterday I made it very clear, if the price of Bitcoin wants to show this impulsive movement after this Bollinger Band squeeze, we have to break above this upper line band, because breaking above the upper line band will also break the resistance from this CPI indicator and also the resistance from this upper line area from pennant, this bearish pennant. So that's why here in the medium short term, the price of Bitcoin must overcome this obstacle, the upper band, which is acting as a resistance along with the CPR and also the upper line area from this bearish pennant. So if we are going to break the upper band area, then there is a very high probability that the price of Bitcoin is also going to continue this impulsive movement. But if this price is going to remain below this 21,500, 21,600 all the time, then we also have to be very careful, because we know breaking the support or breaking the lower line around this 19,000 will trigger another bigger sell-off, just like here from the past price action. And before this sell-off happened here in the past price action, and also before we had this Bollinger Band squeeze, you can see the price of Bitcoin was clearly consolidating, right? This horizontal line was a very important line of support. Once we broke the support from this horizontal line and also broke the support from this lower band, we had this price retracement, and this exact scenario could be also unfolding here, because if you look at this horizontal line, just like here from the past price action, is actually acting as a strong line of support. You can see just like here from the past price action, once we lost the support, we had this price retracement. So that's why 19,000 for us is one of the most important line of support which we are not allowed to break. And here to the upside, to continue this impulsive movement, 21,500, 21,600 resistance must be flipped into support, because we know breaking the horizontal support line around 19,000 will also break the lower band, and this lower band breakout will trigger another bigger sell-off here in this manner. So that's why right now this Bollinger Band squeeze, unless it's not breaking the key line of resistance and also the key line of support, we are expecting more of a range bound between that range. And beside this example, guys, the reason why this 21,500, 21,600 resistance actually matter a lot, because if you look at this price action of Bitcoin, you can see this Williams alligator indicator is still acting as a resistance, because we have found out if this is a bearish crossover, when this blue line starts appearing at the top, green line at the bottom, this usually indicates trend reversal here to the downside. And also during this trend reversal, the same line acts as a resistance. But in uptrend, you can see, the green line appears at the top, blue line at the bottom, and this Williams alligator indicator actually acts as a support and not as a resistance. In our case, since we are below it, it's acting as a resistance. We are aware of that. But if you simply take a horizontal channel, you can see by placing this horizontal channel, you can also clearly monitor the movement between this 19,000 to 21,600 area. We are consolidating between that trend. So unless this certain line of resistance or support is not going to get broken, we are expecting to see more of a range bound type of scenario, because right now, even though the MACD is a bullish MACD cross, RSI line is still below 50 level, T3CCI has now slowly started to enter the positive territory. So if this is going to be a trend continuation, then we need a confirmation from all of this indicator. MACD remaining bullish MACD, RSI line jumping above 50 level, and T3CCI appearing in a positive territory, because by doing so, there is a very high probability that this Williams alligator indicator is also going to turn as a bullish crossover. So that's why we will be monitoring this scenario very, very closely. But if you look at the price action of Bitcoin around this area in a smaller time frame, I mean in an hourly time frame, a very, very interesting scenario is unfolding. Let me show you here. Now, before I switch into other chart, I just want to make you aware we have up to $5,150 crypto exchange bonus available for you in the description down below. PHEMEX is giving around $4,100 bonus after your initial deposit, and BYBIT around $1,050 bonus. So if you are an experienced trader, if you want to take advantage of this market volatility, the link is provided in the description down below, so feel free to check it out. Now let's switch the chart. So guys, now if we look at this price action of Bitcoin here in an hourly time frame, before we had this trend continuation or this impulsive movement playing out, we have found out the price of Bitcoin has always formed a bullish formation. I mean, if you look at this price structure here, before we started showing this impulsive movement, we formed a very nice descending broadening wedge in a downtrend, and in a downtrend, descending broadening wedge is considered as a bullish scenario. As soon as we broke out, we came back to retest the previous temporary waistline, found support, and started this impulsive movement. And again, you can see if you look at this price structure carefully, we formed another descending broadening wedge type of formation here. As soon as the price broke above this upper line area, you can see we continued this impulsive movement. And now, guys, after reaching around this 21,100, 21,200 area, the price of Bitcoin is showing this retracement. So what we can do here, and after this impulsive movement, we can add another formation here in this manner, because if you simply follow the price movement of Bitcoin like this, you can see we could be forming a falling wedge type of formation around this area, and falling wedge is usually considered as a bullish scenario. So here in the medium short term, if the price of Bitcoin manages to remain above this 20,300, 20,400 area, then there is a very high probability that the price of Bitcoin is also going to show some bullishness, because this here is a falling wedge, and falling wedge usually has shown a movement here in this manner, more of a range bound, even faking out and then continue this rally here to the upside. So doesn't matter, right? Doesn't matter if this is going to be a fake out, if this is going to be an actual breakout. guys, we want the price of Bitcoin to clearly break the resistance around 21,500, 21,600. Here, this line, you can see, right, 21,500, 21,600. And to the downside, we are not allowed to break the support around 19,000. So these are some of the quick updates that I wanted to share with you in today's video. If you enjoyed my vlog, then please destroy the like button. And also for those individuals watching this for the first time, come on guys, hit that subscribe button and the bell. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name's Anup. Bye-bye.